Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how to add a new tree to your directory. So the first thing to do is go on to, I recommend using Google Chrome, and then open up your website and make sure that you type in /wp-admin, and then that will take you to a login screen, which you then log in with your details. You should already have those, but if you don't, just let me know and I'll send them over to you over email. And then once you've logged in, you'll see this screen, which is they kind of call it the WordPress dashboard. So you can see here on the left-hand side, you've got all of the other plugins and features that your website are using. So for example, YouTube, slider packs, etc. But you can just ignore those. And the one that you need to use is the tree directory. But the first step that you'll want to do is go to the media gallery, which is here. And if you upload your photos first, just by clicking add new, and then you can either drag and drop the pictures into this box or click select files, and then just select the pictures you want to upload. If you do that first, then this plugin that we've got in here called Smush Pro will optimize those pictures in the background. So it will make them smaller file sizes, which should help with the speed and load time of your website. And then once you've done that, you just need to go to tree directory and click add new tree. And then it's quite straightforward, just follow the steps through. So for example, Christmas tree, and then put in description here. And then this is where you add the gallery images. So if you click add to gallery, it will automatically pull through the media library. So then those new images that you've just uploaded should then just populate through. So you can add more than one picture at a time just by selecting multiple pictures and then click select, and that will pull those gallery images in. And those are the images that will appear on the slider. Then this is where you enter the other information. So for example, height, tree type, season of interest, tree features, growing conditions. And then this field here, did you know, is for that part of the site which has the hover effect. So that's where you just put that information in there. Then you can put if it's evergreen or not. Growing location to just fill the fields out one by one. And then once you've done that, scroll up to the top and then come down here to the right-hand side, and you'll see these are where the fields are to enter the search criteria. So you just need to put the season in, which if you start typing, make sure that you click on the suggested one. Otherwise, if you add another one, it will get confusing. You'll have 2 or 3 winters, 5 summers, etc. So if you just type them in, you'll see there that it does just pull it through. If you find that when you're typing it in, it doesn't pull through, which that one has, then you can then click add. But I'm pretty sure that we have actually gone in there and added all the seasons, so that should be fine. And then same for location, you'll find that those are auto-populated. But if not, and there is a new one, you can just go and add it in like that by clicking the add button. Same for this one, it's in there twice, but just because this is the search criteria, and then this is what actually information pulls through on the front end. So you do have to fill that one in twice, otherwise you won't be able, if you leave this blank, then it will show up on the profile page. But if somebody tries to search for it using the search bar we've made, if it's not got that in here, then it won't pull through if someone searches for it. So it's quite important to make sure that you do these bits. And then featured image, you just click here, and the featured image is the picture that is the first initial picture that loads when the site first, let me say that again, when you first click on the listing, and I'm pretty sure it's also the background photo for the banner. But it just works the same way. You just choose the one you want and click set featured image. And then the final step is that when you get to tree type, you just need to make sure that you select the ones that it's relevant to, and it does give you the option to add more than one. So that's quite good as well. And then once you've done that, you just need to click publish. And then once this circle has stopped spinning, that will mean that the post is now live. And then if you view the site on the front end, which you can do by clicking this, I usually hold down the control button whilst I click on it and it opens up in a new tab. So then that's quite good because you can jump between both tabs if you need to make changes. And then obviously you would then go to the tree finder. And then you can see that it has now been added. And your featured image is the thumbnail image. And then you click into it. And you can see that it started to pull through that information that we filled out. Same for the did you know. And then to delete a post, it's quite easy. You just go to view all trees, which is you've got tree directory, and then underneath you've got all trees. So click on that one and it will give you this view, which is kind of a summarized list of all of the trees you've got on the directory. And then you just scroll down to the one that you want. You can click quick edit as well if you want to make a small change like the title name or something like that. Or if you just want to remove it, you can click add to bin, which is in red. And that will remove it from the site. Another handy thing to know is that when you delete something from a WordPress site, it doesn't ever actually fully remove it. So if you go to these little tags up here, you can see it says all published bin. So say you delete a post by mistake, you can actually retrieve it by clicking on this bin title, and it will then filter the list to show, you know, the posts that you might have deleted by accident. And then you've got two options here, whether to restore it or delete it permanently. And that's that really. I'll just briefly outline what these drop downs mean as well. They're basically the search filtering again. So when I said earlier about how you can type and then it kind of populates it for you and then you need to select it, you can kind of view in a list which ones you've got on there so far and then add more if you need to. So for example, under season, you can see you've got autumn, spring, summer and winter in there. And then it also shows over here in this list how many posts are assigned to that specific season, which is quite useful. And then the same thing applies to location, tree type, and all the other categories you've got set up. So if you wanted to add a new one, you could do it in here and it would probably be easier just by writing the name. And then the slug is basically the same thing twice. So for example, you've got the name avenues and then the slug, which is avenues again, but it's just all in lowercase. And that basically is just what shows up here in this top URL bar. So it would be naturefirst.co.uk/avenues. It's not, you know, it doesn't matter too much what it says, but it's just a requirement that you have to have. You can leave description blank. I think it's quite good to fill that out though for SEO, but that's something you'd have to speak to Chris about because he's the expert when it comes to that. And then once you've done that, you just click add new location and then it will fill it out here. And that's it really, to get started with at least. If you want to have a go at that and see how you get on, and then obviously if you have any questions, let me know, give me a call, or we could even book in a meeting to go over it in person. But yeah, let me know how you get on.